Here we go. Accept that. And we're good. So what I want to do first, you guys, I want to introduce one of my very good friends, a colleague, somebody I've worked with for a very, very long time, but it wasn't always that way. Jingjing came to K2Fit, I think, I want to say 2014, 15, 16. I don't know exactly. I'll let her tell her story in a sec, but quite early days. And Jingjing came to us as a K2 fitter who had never really worked out before. Her partner is a coach and personal trainer. I'm sure she'll tell you a little bit more about that. But what is most inspiring about Jingjing for me is watching her transformation from a typical Chinese girl, as she puts it. I'm not, okay, guys, typical Chinese girl who didn't work out, who jumped into the challenge, and instead of, like not having a lean body, she went from like eating, going to eating healthy, learning about the challenge, transforming her body. She won the challenge many times. I don't know how many times. And then eventually we basically had to say, okay, Jingjing, now you're going to be a coach. You go out there and coach people because you know what to do. You're not allowed to win anymore. And so she went on to become a physique bodybuilder, a bodybuilding bikini champion many times, runs her own business, personal trainer with certification after certification. So basically went from like, anyone to now into coaching, and runs her own fitness space in Zhuhai. And we're super, super happy to have her here. She's an expert in fitness, an expert in transformation. And thank you, Jingjing, for being here tonight. Very, very happy to have you. Yay. Super happy to have you, buddy. So with that said, I'll let you now introduce yourself in the way you like, and then we'll get going with the workshop.
Okay, no problem. Hello, everyone. So I'm the Jingjing. Okay, so I'm Asian, Chinese. I don't know any of you from China or Asian, but I'm a very typical Asian girl. I'm from north part, so I'm a little bit taller. And before I went to this fitness industry, I was working in hotels for like a hotel industry for like almost like 4 to 5 years. And then I met my boyfriend, still my boyfriend now. And he is like always doing exercise, always coaching people, and also he's very fit. And he started to, like me, go to the gym. And then from there, I know K2 and know Kara and Christine. So that's from 2016. Okay, so answers your question. That's from 2016. So on 2016 September, I remember that's normally we have a spring and autumn. So we have 2 competitions, right? K2. So I joined that one. That's from September, 10 weeks. So from there, that's my first one that I didn't win anything, but I was very competitive, and still now. So I remember the first time I got the plank challenge. I won the plank challenge. Remember that? Okay, I don't know how long I go, more than 10 minutes.
Like
maybe
11 minutes. I think
yeah.
At the finale party, guys, we had this plank challenge, and Jingjing was like, I'm not giving up. And all her people were around her like, don't give up. Like 11 minutes she held this plank.
Yeah, I totally forgot the time. I'm very competitive. There's one girl, very strong, just next to me. I said, no, I'm not going to give up until she fell down. And then, yeah, so that's my first K2 challenge. I really enjoyed it. So from there, we have so many teammates. We encourage each other, just like now, like you have a team, you have a coach, you have a leader, right? A captain that will show you some directions. I was from there. I was like 170 height, 170 centimeter height, and I was like only 54 kg, but I still want to lose weight. That's how Chinese girls are crazy, right? So they just want to be skinny, like a, you know, it's like a stick. Okay, so from there I start to join. I started to join K2 and then didn't win anything. The next year, so 2018, no, sorry, 17, sorry. 17, I start to tone up because for me, there's no way I can win any fat loss, right? So I won the tone up from the next year, tone up third or second, I think. And then so total, I continued to join K2 competition for 5 times. Okay, 5 times. Until that Kara and Christy said, no, you cannot, you're not allowed to join K2 anymore, and it's not fair for the others as well. I thought, fair enough. So every year I was like, that's more than half a year. You prepare in the competition, then enjoy a little bit your life, and then start again. So I start to train myself in the gym as well, follow the directions, and training with my boyfriend, of course. And then the third year, so it's 2018, I won the muscle up. So muscle need to be some time to grow, right? So I won twice muscle up. And then because 2 of us joined as a couple, so we won also 2 times of ultimate couple prize until they stopped both of us to join the competition.
We have to ban both. So like you
Okay.
guys keep winning everything, you're done.
Yeah. So from there, and then I was really enjoy also people start asking me questions because I keep going on this journey for so long, so many years, and so many changes on my body. Then especially our captain, like in Zhuhai, they see a girl, like Asian girl, got a bit chubby face and got no muscle, and then changed to someone who can go on stage and compete, like even oversee bikini competitions. So I start to teach people. So I started coach. Before I opened the studio and the gym, I was coaching online or in the gym, some like a small group. And then people get more and more on my moment. We use WeChat. So from there, I start to first from 2018 May, I started to compete in Shanghai, my first competition. Okay, so I was like the first time. I'm very, I have the courage, but I don't know that competition is that big. So when you go out, I was thinking like I'm okay, but when you go on the stage, when you go to see the like 500 competitors, you see, oh, I need to do much more. I'm like in the middle, and I'm not the top. Okay, so from there I start to compete for almost like 4 years. Every year around 8 competitions. So it's like more than 30 competitions. This year I didn't compete. So so total around 30 competitions. I won almost more than 20 times champion, and then like a 15 or 14 times overall champion. So because a different category. So from there, I become a little bit famous. So I start to open gym, get more people to or gym to train them, and to, you know, just like Coach Kara, inspire them, because like I get here, and it's not just one day, and I get here is not also because I was already like this, right? So I was like, I don't know if you see any Chinese Asian girls figure, but Kara, can you show the PPTA? Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
can let people know.
Yeah, for sure, buddy. Of course. So I'm gonna share, and okay, and you just tell me when to go to the next one.
Okay, next one. So I think it's all, yeah. So here. So this is okay, from the PPT we can see this is how we got all the prize. This is a ultimate couple and some muscle up champion or tone up champion. So
Yeah.
that's in Guangzhou, right? Yeah. Okay, next one. So here, so the left photo you can see, that's my 2016 September, the first K2. That's the first me. I never been into gym. And then the right one is 2018. By the 2018 my last competition, like September, no, December. So that's like 2 years change. So you can see the difference we can make if we keep, you know, keep trying, keep practice. And then next. So yeah, so this one is the back. You even changed my posture better. Before I was like hunched and little bit, you know, the posture is not very good. For most of the Chinese girls, it's like this. And then 2018, 19, this is during my competition prep. Okay, next.
You look like a superhero.
Yeah, next one. So this is my bikini competitions. I've been so many competitions, more than 30. So I won like a lots of champions also. So next. Yeah, so this is some are same competitions, but like 3 times champions. And they're also.
Did they give you the crown, or did you wear that as part of your gear?
They gave some of the competition. They give the crown. Yeah. So yeah, it's very pretty, right? Okay, so so this is my last competition. Also, this is my last competition where I go now, like how my figures are now. So that's like 2016 into now, it's like 6 years.
See, we're
Yeah.
coaches. We can't count. 6, 7, 9.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so these are all my trophies and some medals as well. Some other competitions, they don't have like a big trophies, like, but I still remember that how I get here from 2018. I start compete 4 years. Okay, next. Okay, then start to open my gym, like I said, because so many people been asking and they want to train with me, or they just like want to see me in person. Okay, so that's why where I opened my first gym is called iQueen. This name comes out also because I've been keep winning, and every time when we drive back, we listen the song. We are the champion, which from the Queen, the King.
Your partner singing in the background there.
Yeah. So that's how it comes. Like, so we called it I Queen. We put like I am the Queen or I love the Queen. Okay, and then that's 2019. One of my students actually helped together. Like we trained together and we opened this gym also together. Okay, next one is now this year 2022 we opened another gym called the gym. Okay, it's much brighter, and Coach Kara haven't been here, but you've been to iQueen. Yeah, so now this gym is bigger and also brighter. So we got more and more people also coming to the gym. And also I didn't put the picture in, but from like 2020, I'm also teaching in one university, so which is in Zhuhai. It's a Hong Kong brand. Teach some fitness or kickboxing or any kind of nutrition theory. Okay, so I was coaching students, like I think it's more than 1,000 people. Yeah, so not only from the school, but also online, also in the gym. So I'm very happy that I've been through, and then I start from K2, and then I'm doing the same job, same thing like Coach Kara, just slightly different. So I'm very happy that this time I can share my experience. If you have any question later, we have this part. I can tell you without any, I don't hold back. So what I want to say is everyone have a dream. So you just follow your dream, work harder and harder. Because during my competition, when I prepare my competition, it's very difficult. Just like you guys, like you have a small goal, you want to lose 5 kg, you want to build muscle. The process is very difficult and boring, and right, boring.
Sometimes.
But because you have to keep doing the same thing and repeat. But once you see the result, it's really like very inspiring, right? And when you see the result in the mirror, and then when people can see the result on you and yourself, and it's not only you, it's become like, you are inspiring others, like your family, your friends, right? And who knows, like I was like working in the hotel, and now I am working in the fitness industry. So it changed me. It changed my life. I enjoy my life much, much more. And I'm more and more confident about myself, my figure, and I become more like happier, and changed lots of people's life as well, of course, like Coach Kara did. Okay, as I said, we're doing the same thing. So I don't have much advice, but I want to share what I've been through. So maybe it can help you guys whenever you are in some, difficulties. Remember why you started, and always remember what is your goal. And then maybe you cannot you didn't find the right way. Always go around, but if you keep trying, you will get there. Or you can ask Coach Kara. she will point out the way.
And you, buddy. So
or you can ask me.
Yeah, totally. So I'm looking at your screen here. Work hard, stay humble, right? So you just said, like, I don't have many advice to give. Jingjing, you have so much advice to give, right? You're just staying humble, right? You worked hard, you hit your goals. What I'd love to hear is just quickly, but I want to revert to these guys as well too. What actually inspired you? Like, why did you want to go on stage? Because you said, like, we all have our own goals, we all have our own dreams, and most of those people are not like us and want to go on stage in a bikini. Anyone here want to go on stage in bikini? Raise your hand. No. So Paul does. Paul wants to go on stage in a bikini. Amazing. Everyone has their own dreams, their own inspiration for their goals, right? And so one of the things you said was that you feel better, you feel more confident in who you are. You see the change in you, and other people see that change. So what made you want to level up to going to bikini competitions? Was it because we kicked you out of K2Fit challenges that you're not allowed to win anymore? You got to go to the big stage.
No, I think one thing is because I entered this K2Fit, it definitely gave me more confidence, right? So you will, your figure changed, of course, your figure changed, and then you will be more confident about yourself.
Right.
And another thing is when you see so many changes, and then how I started the competition is because my boyfriend saying that we should watch this competition, like the bikini competition, because it's not so. I think it's in Shenzhen, the first one we saw.
Right.
And then we saw it. My boyfriend was saying, "You should be on the stage. You're much better than them." I was like,
what a good guy.
Really?
Good job, Robert. You encourage a woman.
That's as a coach. Like when you see me or when you see that competition, you will see the same to me as well. Like that's as a coach, right?
Yeah, of course.
Because,
of course, we want to inspire.
Then I guess you guys give me lots of advice, and of course, always saying I'm doing a good job. So I was like, yeah, I'm doing a good job. And change a lot and start winning K2. So why I can go on bigger stage, right? So yeah, from there, then I tried. Tried. The first one is not really like, it's a very big one. So I'm not saying that I regret it just opened my eyes. It just opened my eyes, let me know that there's so much more, like girls are training so good, like more better than me. And then I'm just think, I'm like, how do you say in English? It's like you're sitting in the wheel, like a frog. What do you say that?
Did you say
Yeah, so it's
wait,
like
wait,
horse.
feel like a frog?
Yeah, you got it. Your what?
Uh,
Blinkers on when you're riding, right? Oh, it's like that. So
can we make that a
K2.
saying? I don't know if that's a
Yeah,
saying, but we're gonna make that one. Sitting in a wheel.
Okay.
like a frog.
It's like
Just
it's
jumped
like,
on my knee, by the way.
yeah, because the wheel is only like so small, right? While you're sitting inside, you can only see the sky like this. So
Right.
that's like, I feel like that when I'm on that stage.
Right.
So, but of course, start K2 definitely give me confident. Like I can go on stage. I can try, right? And then what is lucky that my boyfriend didn't say, "Oh, you didn't win, so let's not do this." So it's like, as a coach, like a Coach Kara will also like give some advice, or encourage me, try another one, or build up more muscles and improve yourself, and go on another one. Then yeah, from there, like start like no ends. It's kind of like when you start compete, you're addicted. Like you have this kind of like drugs, like you want to be on stage. You are more and more confident. Yeah, it is.
Coach Kriegy, you raised your hand. Do you have a question?
Question?
Go.
Jingjing, I mean, you started from like what you say. Can you hear me? I should be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You said that, you started from being like a typical Chinese girl and stuff. And so, I mean, your journey, like, even though we've seen all these awesome pictures, I mean, it took you a long time. And I'm sure there's many times you wanted to give up and just be like, I can't do this. It's not going to happen. Like, so how did you get past that? Like, what made you keep trying and keep being consistent and keep going, like, and not give up? Because whether it's losing weight, gaining muscle, anything like that, it's very easy to give up and say this is too hard. And I think,
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah, for everyone. Even for me, when I prepare my competition, in the middle, when I start to compete, like for total like 8 weeks, maybe in the middle, like 4 weeks, then your weight didn't go down much. And then you're trying so hard, it doesn't really come out the result as you expected, right? So I will be sad, I want to quit. Everyone will be, right? This is because there's no hope. You feel like there's no hope. So from there, you really need, as a normal human being, like you really need someone. Like I have my boyfriend. He is always supporting. He said, you can do this, you can do this, you can change this, you are already good, it just take a little bit time. And then, so at the beginning I trained with my boyfriend, and then from 2019 I start to my levels goes up, so maybe my boyfriend cannot train me anymore. So I went to
so basically you're too strong for Robert now. Yeah. You lift more than him. He's like, I'll be over here.
It's like, yeah, it's like a different it's like more like my bikini. So we are going on some different training skills, different techniques. So it's so it's like very different. Yeah. So I would start looking for new coaches. like which is in US or Europe, or the best, the top, the Olympia champions coaches.
That's cool.
So yeah,
Jingjing,
so it's that from there.
I'm gonna interrupt for a sec because I know these guys have questions and I know they want to hear like your knowledge and stuff. So I know Michelle, you also said in the chats like you have questions. Nicole, do you want to shout out yours since you raised your hand and it looks like you're high-fiving the screen? I don't know what's happening, but I like the raise hand thing. Go ahead. And Michelle, definitely right after.
I think. Thank you, Jingjing, for having time for us today. Super interesting because this is a world which I don't know anything about, and it's super interesting to hear. So obviously, you need a lot of determination that you want to reach your goal, and that needs so much discipline, you know, to work towards the goal you want to achieve. Did you not get tired of the chicken and the rice and the discipline? Didn't you not want to go out with people and drink wine? And is it always that you have this goal above everything? Is that not super hard?
Thank you for your question. It is hard. Definitely, it is very, very hard. And that's why what I said, you need someone need to support you, because sometimes you cannot fight by yourself. Like you guys have Coach Kara, Christy, and what is the best things? Also, you have made like a teammates. Like when I prepared the competition, in the beginning, it's so excited, right? You're so excited. Oh, I'm going to on stage. I'm gonna choose my favorite color of bikini, right? And get tanned, you know, look beautiful, get my nails done. No, but when in the middle,
all the shit happens.
Yeah, and then you start to train and you start doing lots of cardio and training heavy and more intensities. It's very hard. Like Nicole said, don't you want to go out? Yes. I have friends, right? They always go out for parties. I want to, but you know, this is how when you have teammates. What I have teammates is I joined this competition. I can see everyone in that group. Everyone is my competitors, right? So you got to think like if I go out today and you know they are not, right? You might lose the chance. You might lose the title. This is also will give you some how to say, they're gonna watch you. They're like, I feel like they're watching me. It's a little bit scary, but you know.
So this is like high level like athleticism competition though, right?
Yeah.
Just to like and guys, ask your questions because she has like so many ways of like how to burn fat, like how to do it fast, like in the last couple of weeks, if you're getting ready for an event, all this kind of thing, right? But as you guys may or may not know, I was a bodybuilder, a physique champion at one point, from 2002 to 2000. Gosh, when was my last competition? I don't know, at least 8 years, but I did not do as many competitions as Jingjing because I'm lazy. I'm like, 1 a year is good enough. But I did that for a long time, and that is the only thing. Like, so when you're a competitive athlete, like I was like Jingjing, I did not have the wine. It was very sad. Yeah. It was really sad.
Yeah, I was like, I remember like 2018, I was competing the whole year, and 19, the whole year. I didn't drink anything. And then by the end of the year, like Christmas, I drank 1 glass of red wine. I was like, no, this is not me. Why I feel so dizzy? because you haven't drank for so long. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So But anyway, so yeah, I was just saying, like, this is like competitive, of course, athletic
competitive.
level competitions. So the mindset is very different than, did you just come out naked? Oh, there's my son naked, just running out of his room. Don't worry about it, team. Close your eyes, he's coming back. Sorry.
Yeah, this is like Coach Kara said, this is a high level competition, but as a normal one, when you want to do it, I would say like 80, 90, like you can, but you have to find some way to, you know, come back, right? If you did, you don't have to blame yourself too much, because sometimes the mental thing can be also a problem for you to lose weight, gain muscle. Yeah, so there's lots of everyone's condition or life or goals are different, right? You have
Sure.
you can't just you can't just lose weight or build muscle, do your fitness and don't care about your family, right? You
Right.
still need to, like in China, it's more difficult because in Chinese eating, the eating is different, like the Western.
Remember, Jingjing, most people are in China actually. So they understand what you're saying. Not you, Linda. Hi, Linda. You know, you got the normal life in Germany. I'm gonna jump to Michelle because you said you had questions. I'm also gonna ask you guys to smile real pretty in case anyone needs to leave. So Jingjing, every session that we have, I have so many screenshots because I make everyone smile cheesy and do whatever, and we take a photo because it's nice.
Okay.
We're all here as a team. So ready, team? We're gonna take a photo. Everyone's smiling or sitting up straight or flexing. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. All right, amazing. Michelle, you said you had a couple questions.
Yes, I wanted to ask how many hours are you in the gym? How many days a week when you went from that 2 years from like that normal photo to the other photo?
Good question. I think for everyone is a little bit different, but I start from like 4 or 5 days a week. Every time 1 hour, not more than 1 hour. Just need 1 hour. You don't need 3 or 4 or half day. 1 hour, 4 or 5 times, and then the next year is like 5 or 6 times when I start to go bikini competitions. Yeah.
And what about your eating? How did you count calories? Because counting calories with Chinese food is very complicated. How did you manage your food intake?
I got some app. Sometimes I use that app. 薄荷. I don't know if you know that there is lots of apps that you can put your food in and it help you counting the calories.
I think
and Chinese.
You mean like when you're at restaurants, like how do you actually count like calories when you're at a Chinese restaurant? You don't know what they put in. Is that what you mean?
Or even my cook cooks Chinese. I don't know what she puts in.
Okay, yeah, but somebody else cooking for you, not you cooking. Yeah. So Jingjing, yeah, if somebody else is cooking for you, were you able to manage?
Or were you like cooking for yourself the whole time, or how did you manage that whole eating process?
If on competition, of course, I need to eat at home. Like you have to know what you put in, but like for you guys, I don't think is really like every day you have to cook. You, of course, sometimes you go out as well. That's why sometimes I always share some way. Also, I think Coach Kara will do that as well. So when you go out, you will know you cannot take your scales to the restaurant, right? So you will know.
Can, but it's really weird.
Yeah. So it's like at home, so you have already idea like how much, like maybe like a handful veggies, or carbs, or it's like your meat, the protein intake is like around your palm size, like this. So it's like when you're at home, you take the measurements, you already have an idea. Like when you go out, you know how much you ate. Even Chinese food, you put them all together, you will know. Yeah.
Jingjing, I have a question.
Yeah.
So eating at a Chinese restaurant, let's just use this as an example, okay? But eating at a restaurant, but let's use Chinese food for the example. If you were to want to understand your calories in that meal sense, I don't know if your family cooks Chinese style but you've been to many restaurants. Like, could there be an allocation of, okay, I ate at a Chinese restaurant tonight, I had mapo tofu, so I had tofu, I had mapo tofu, I miss it so much. Where can I get it? Gongbao Jiting, yeah, all the things. But is there maybe an allowance that maybe you would be like, okay, so I ate a bunch of greens and a bunch of veggie dishes, but we know that these greens, the steamed greens and the veggie dishes that they give us, are coated in a broth or oil, right? Can everyone agree on that? Everyone been to China, in China, right? Do you think there's like maybe an idea? I'm putting you on the spot because I also don't know. But like, if we eat that kind of meal, could we allocate, okay, we went for a Chinese meal, that's probably an extra 200 calories of sauces, oils, this kind of. Have you ever thought about it that way? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. That's why if you normally, if you go out, it's already planned. Like, normally you don't say, oh, we don't have food, so let's go out. Normally you have a plan that you're going out. Like, that's why, for example, if you're going in the evening, whatever Chinese food you want, so the daytime first, for the calorie intake, the daytime breakfast and lunch, you need to make it very clean. Okay. To make it balanced, because you don't know what you're going to eat. Maybe it will be over, right? So that's why breakfast and lunch, make it very clean, so you are happy, your body is happy already, because I have the budget to eat slightly more, right? So like Kara said, how about the Chinese cooking? They put lots of sauces in. There will be a lot of sodium or fat, whatever. I don't think like is like really harmful for us. You can still eat, but the thing is, when you go out to eat, first thing, you need to really drink lots of water first, because if you eat lots of sodium, your body will get swollen, like the water cannot go out, right, of your body. So that's why drink a lot of water, and then you eat. Also, you won't eat a lot, right? If you drink first, then eat whatever you want, then you don't eat that much. And then after that, of course, next day also you need to drink lots of water to let the sodium get out of your body system. Yeah. So that's, I think that's my advice. If I want to go out, I would do it like that. Yeah. Also eat very slowly, because your brain from your mouth and your stomach from your mouth is, two different distance, right? Maybe your stomach doesn't know yet you already full, you ate too much, but your brain think, I still want to eat, I'm still hungry. So that's why eat slow. It will help you lose weight as well. Yeah.
So those are, like super amazing tips. Like we had a session, Jingjing, with Luke, as you know, Coach Luke, Captain Luke. He did a nutrition session on banking calories. And so this kind of sits in that facts. So if you know you're going out for dinner, guys, yeah, like let's just summarize real quick. If you know you're going out for dinner and out to a restaurant, eat super clean in the day and overload on water, right? Overload, like have an abundance of water, because it's going to help fill you up as well as hydrate you. We always need water. Eat super slow, which I talk about all the time. I don't know if you guys do. Still, one bite, utensils down. One bite, utensils down. Relax, talk to your friends and family, enjoy your night, enjoy the feast that you're gonna have. And then Jingjing, what was your last one? Sorry. Eat clean, lots of water, eat slowly, and what are the
I think
next
that's it, right?
what are the
Yeah.
next day?
Oh, the next day. Yeah,
Hy-
what are the
hydrate
next day?
day to help
Yeah.
flush the system. Yes, amazing.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah. Because if you are checking the scales next day, you may gain 1 kg or more if you have more muscle, but
Sure.
that's not fat.
No.
Yeah, you just drink water, it will be gone. So you don't need to have any pressure. Oh my God, I can't go out, eat.
Yeah, because that messes with the system, I think, as well.
Okay.
When people get on the scale the next day and they're like, oh my God, I gained 2 kilos. It's sodium, it's water intake, it's, yes, sometimes if you overeat. Michelle, what were you gonna say, buddy?
Oh, yes. So I wanted to ask Jingjing, so your original goal was to lose weight. So during this whole process, for example, you did it for 6 months, you lost weight, but then you gained muscle and then the weight went up. How was that path? How was that path like?
Yeah, this is for most the girls is like this. Even now I'm training lots of girls. They are very skinny already, but they come to the gym, said they want to lose weight. No problem. Yeah, you will let them, right? It's like what I did when I first into K2 challenge, right? I went to, but I think by the halfway, my mind changed by the knowledge, by the, by what Kara and Christy said, what every other more like a higher level, like my boyfriend was training for more than 20 years. So by them, you can see like some muscle lines, and then people start saying, oh, you look very good with muscles or something. You feel, oh, really? Maybe I don't need to lose weight. It's like from there. Also, what I like the competition is because you get some mini challenge. So like a plank or push up or, whatever. This kind of small mini competition or challenge will help you focus on, not on losing weight only. Especially for Chinese, like if you from South part, you like already very skinny, small bones, you don't have too many weight to lose, but you can lose some fat, body fat. So that's a little bit different. So body fat, if you lose some body fat by eating, exercise, then you will see some ab lines. Girls love ab lines, 马甲线, right? Some ab lines. Also, you train your glute. Your figure look much better, and also your posture will be good, and then you'll be more confident, right? So you already forgot you are here to lose weight, because you're a better person. You don't need to lose weight. And also from the beginning, you want to lose weight, maybe lose 2 or 3 kg. But I gained like from 54 to 57.
Yeah.
Three.
Yeah, I want to
3
know
kg.
what you were at before you started K2Fit and where you're at now.
Yeah.
Actually. I'm just curious. Like
Now?
a lot of people are
now.
trying to lose body fat, lose weight, and we understand everybody has different goals, guys. Remember this. Everyone has different goals, but Jingjing speaking from her truth, her authentic self, what her goals were. So she was quote unquote a skinny fat girl in the sense that she didn't have muscle tone. This is her own words. I'm not saying this right. She wanted muscle tone. She wanted to be fitter. She wanted to feel more confident and stuff. So going from that, the start, when you first started with K2Fit, how much did you weigh and how much do you weigh now?
First is 54 kg.
Yeah.
Okay. That's from 2016 September.
Mhm.
And then now I'm 64. I gained 10 kg.
So totally different goal and the way to look at it though, guys. Like it's
I
just
know.
super
Like
interesting.
on my off season, I'm like 64 or 65.
Yeah.
On my competition season is like 61.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 kg different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very
Yeah.
different, right?
Very
Like
different.
if you count like, oh, you're supposed to lose weight and then you gain, then you actually failed on your goals. But what came out is like your figure become much better. You look much healthier, and you know, no one can see your weight. No one can see that how much you weigh.
No.
Right? But they can see you got nice shoulders and nice posture and slim abs,
Confidence,
and firm
whatever it is.
glutes, right? So it's like, yeah, I think that's more important. No one gonna ask you how much you weigh, right? They will say, oh, you look so fit, right? Yeah, that's how it changed me also. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Team, any other questions? And I'll just like on the Jingjing note. So I know it's a really hard problem to have, that it takes effort to gain weight. Okay. So when I first became a bodybuilder, guys, I'm athletic. I was always lean as a kid and stuff. But yeah, like I understand what you're saying, Jingjing, how, yeah, like the body can shift. I think when I was bodybuilding on stage, I was first 52 kilos. I was way too skinny for me. I'm 173, guys. You don't want to see me at 52. I'm 69 kilos now. It's much better fit for me. It's a real big difference. But yeah, I know our goals are all different. So, oh no, I was gonna say at the end though, guys, I was gonna make a point. Christy says it's just hard to put on weight is to lose weight. That could have been my message, but I'm not really sure. But with that said, thanks. I don't know, guys. Sometimes I have like thoughts in my head that I think they're gonna land really well, and then I'm like, maybe that won't. The struggle is just as real, guys, to gain muscle. I don't know. Guys, okay, this is about you. It's not about me. It's not about Jingjing. We're here to help.
I have another question.
Go,
Sorry, I don't
Michelle,
want to.
take it away. Good God, I'm drowning here.
So, to really see the contour of the muscle, you really had to lose the body fat. What was the most efficient way you found to do that?
Efficient way to see the muscle mass, or
so lose the body fat. The most efficient way to lose the body fat. Because I know it's somewhere there. I can't. You know, it's hiding. Need to lose that fat.
I have thought, I'm sure Jingjing, go ahead first, Jingjing. You're the pro tonight, so you please go ahead.
yeah, I think first thing, most people lose fat, you need to do lots of cardio. But don't forget, you need to do weight training as well, because weight training will keep your muscle mass. when you lose fat, so your body is not flabby, right? So it's like your arms are not like moving flabby. Okay, so that's why don't just do cardio. You need to do burn fat, right? But you need to keep the muscle mass. Don't lose the muscle. So you need to gain a little bit, right? And also lose fat is not only like, oh, I want to only lose my belly, but I don't want to lose my boobs. No way. It's all together, right? So
Well, don't burst their bubble.
think, right? You're gonna think, right? But you can train, like you can do weight training. You can make you know, tone up like your arms or your belly or your legs can all be like very toned up, like the skin is very tight. So what is the efficient way is you do weight training first and then do cardio. And don't forget the protein intake, right? So you can't just you can't just eat veggies, right? Or any fruit, or only fruits. So that's what Chinese do, because I have lots of the clients do that. So protein intake and make the calories intake also balance, and then weight training, plus cardio, drink lots of water. That's very ready. And then sleep well. Yeah, sleep well. Don't.
I'm gonna add. Yeah, of course, Jingjing, all amazing things. Yes. One thing I wanted to say about this is that I think women are love all of us. I'm not trying to stereotype, but I've been training 20 plus years now. Women are afraid to pick up heavy weights. Okay, so increase your weight as much as you can with safe technique, right? To the rep count that I give you, Michelle, and everyone here. Okay, so heaviest weights you possibly can do with safe form, good technique. Okay, to build the lean mass, because lean mass helps burn body fat. If you're just doing lightweight, you're not gonna level up, and it's not gonna give you that fat burn that your body craves, needs, wants, that you want. So as much weight as you can in a safe form. Okay, so don't be afraid of doing that. The second thing I was going to say about that is because right now, so I've been guys, I think I've said this in calls before, I've been super lazy in the last, like, I don't know, I'm gonna say 6 months, year, in the fact that I'm not doing cardio very much. I'm super lenient on my diet, and I've gained weight, honestly. Like usually I sit around 66, 65 kilos. I'm 69 right now, but I'm okay with it because I'm mentally just like, you know, it's okay to be not on my game full time. But with that said, in the last month, I've started weight training heavy again, a little bit longer sessions, more often, just doing what I possibly can. Haven't added the cardio in yet. So it's hard to see on camera, guys. But basically, my point for you guys is that I'm getting actually bigger right now. I'm not actually losing body fat right now because it takes some time, because the muscle density is getting stronger, getting thicker. So I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, okay, I look fit, but I'm getting a little thicker, but I've been doing this for 20 plus years, guys. So when you increase your weights, Michelle, I want you to do this. You're now out of quarantine. You have the weights, right? When you increase the weights, you may see an increase in size of your body at first. Do not get scared of this. This is just the body developing the muscle, and the fat burn will start to happen. Everybody's a little bit different, right? But again, just to use me as an example, I see myself getting bigger. I understand the process. So increase your weights, do as heavy as you possibly can with safe technique. If you see your body getting bigger, but more like muscular, don't be afraid of that, because the body fat will start to strip off. And adding in, like Jingjing said, adding in cardio is gonna help that as well. So I just wanted to share a little bit of my experience, what I've seen in the last 20 years. One of the things, sorry, last thing, guys, I know we're over time. I'm so sorry to keep you guys, but if you have to go, you have to go. But I just want to give you this value. And thank you, Jingjing, so much. I'm not done with you necessarily, but I just want to give this one last thing for these guys. In the 10-week challenge, there are people that come up at week 4, 5, 6 and go, oh, hey, Robert. That's what they say at week 4, 5, 6. They're like, oh, hey, Robert. Yeah, it's really weird. It's a weird system at K2Fit, that go either plateau. Okay, so body plateaus when you start a new program, body plateaus at 4, 5, 6, or at 4, 5, 6, they see the change in the size of the body, but not the fat loss yet. It's when you do that shift after week 6 in new programs. So again, Michelle, Catherine, you're just starting a new program, right? You're just getting back in. Now it's the time to push, and don't give up at the week 4, 5, 6, where your body kind of plateaus a bit, because you're constantly moving forward, but the body is going to do this, like goals, you know, the body does that. So just keep pushing on and keep pushing forward. Okay.
So Catherine said, oh,
Yeah, Catherine.
Oh, sorry. I was just my question, like how much cardio should I be adding in? Because I found a running buddy at my new school. So we decided 3 days a week, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just 30 minutes in the morning.
Awesome.
Is that enough?
It's a good start, and see how it feels for you. And what is the cardio? Are you walking, running, elliptical, bike?
Running. Well, I had started doing a Couch to 5K app like a few months ago, but like the last 3 weeks have been like crazy, so I haven't done anything, and now I'm getting back into it. So I'm not as far gone as I thought I was, because it was only 3 weeks of like a hiatus, but
Yeah. And that's okay.
like, yeah, I'm getting back into it. I would have done it by myself, but it's a lot more fun when you have a running buddy to go with you.
For sure, for sure.